3, you almost wish you were getting right back on the ice as quick sooner than that?
It is a long rest. I mean, you'd like to be able to get into a flow, every other day, but it is what it is. Gives us a couple days if we have some bumps and bruises to get back to as close to 100% as possible and, come out ready.
Drew Clemenceau had another huge performance tonight. What's been the key to his success down the stretch of late?
Not a goalie expert. I don't know, but he's been solid. He's been the backstop for us. He's kept us in games, allowed us to find our game when we've needed to. Has made some timely saves. Has made all the saves that you'd expect him to, and I think it's just trickling through the whole team. He just gives us that extra bit of confidence.
Kevin Korchinski has seemed to find another level to his game since the postseason started. What have you been seeing from him?
Yeah, I said it before. He's a world-class skater and mover. Smart with the puck, and I think he's really playing to his strengths right now. He's elusive, good on his edges. Making a good, crisp first pass, and putting our forwards in good positions to continue the offense.
And Gavin Hayes is another one of those young players that kind of has been found his game the last month or so. The regular season has carried over the postseason. What have you liked from him?
Yeah, it's tough when you miss a big portion of the season due to injury. So it takes you a little while to get back into the swing of things, and he's played with Savvy most of the year, so they have that chemistry. He's had a couple different centers, but I think he's a real smart player. So he's learning what it takes to be successful at this level. With this speed, this physicality level, skill level. He's settling in and is adjusting.
Joey Anderson obviously has the hat trick tonight. He's played great since coming down back in January. Just how much of a spark does he provide night in and night out?
Yeah, I mean he's a huge part of our team. A great leader. Leads off the ice, leads on the ice. Just plays the right way. Wins battles in all the hard areas. Wins the lines. Gets pucks out. Gets pucks in. And just the kind of guy that can lead you to victory in more ways than one.
As the game went on, saw some frustration creep in from Milwaukee. They're trying to maybe draw some of those extracurriculars. You guys stayed pretty disciplined. Was that kind of an emphasis as the game went along, not to get too involved in some of those after the whistle scrums?
Yeah, it's playoff hockey. Emotions run high, it's something we expected, something we were ready for, and we need to stay disciplined on our end, and if they want to continue to get frustrated, hopefully we can make them pay on the power play.
Lastly, got asked about Eaton Thompson. Gets his first postseason goal, but he's looked really sharp since arriving to the AHL. What have you seen from him early on?
Yeah, another one has a real high hockey IQ, and he's hit the ground running with his pro career. Nice to see him score his first first professional goal. A lot of times it's a big deal for an offensive player. So good, I'm sure, for him to see one get behind a goalie. But again, both sides of the puck. He responsible, good head for the game, and he's given us some great minutes.
2-0 lead. Next two games close out at home. How big is that after another tough one tonight?
It's huge. I think we're playing a really good style of hockey, and we're getting contributions up and down the lineup right now. It's been really fun to be around, and obviously we're setting a good bar for us going back home.
That second goal you scored, you're kind of surprised that play was there. Another goal from below the goal line. You've had a lot of success with that lately.
We talked about it a little bit. I think it was just one of those things. Like Brett sees me kind of hiding in the weeds, and they're all looking the other way, and I think we've talked about our couple options, and that's usually the first look we want. And it's obviously just a nice play by him, and fortunate to put it in.
You've been playing a lot with Sammy Squad there, and he had contributed a big game, especially on that first goal, pouncing on the puck. What's it been like watching him out there?
It's so fun to watch. His energy's awesome. He, he brings it every night, that energy and that compete level, and it's infectious throughout the room. And so you feel really good when you see him get rewarded with some points like tonight. But he has that impact every night, especially his penalty killing all year has been awesome for us. So it's really fun to see him get rewarded in a big game.
Let's talk about the pass from Kevin Korchinski there on that power play goal. I mean, that was just right on the tape.
It was funny. We talked about it after the first power play, and we kind of made eye contact with each other, and we're like, this might be there. And it felt like he was just waiting for me to cut to that route, and he's holding it, and then just zipped one up there. And it was a great thought by him to quick up that puck, and another one. Just fortunate to get a finish on it.
And then talked about, it seemed like Milwaukee was trying to get you guys to get in a little of that rough stuff after the whistle. Pretty happy with the discipline you guys showed?
I loved it. I think, we've shown the last couple weeks we can play through that little chippy hockey game. We don't get knocked off we don't get in our own way. We don't, I don't want to say push back, but we just, we keep playing between the whistles, and we let them do the dumb stuff and get off of their game. And tonight was a great example of that. I think, especially once it went 3-0, they were trying just to stir it up any way they could to shake the game up, and we weathered it awesome, and we continued to play the right way. And like I said, I thought all four lines were driving the right direction, and it's a good recipe for winning hockey.